Great question here from Anders about why do golf manufacturers release brand new golf balls every year. I wouldn't say they release them every year. Normally maybe it's a 2-year cycle. It might feel like every year because all the brands might not be on the same cycle. And why do we not just use last year's model? Like, are they good enough? He goes bargain hunting, he's saying. Should we discuss? So here's a selection of golf balls from my Srixon Divide to my Z-Star, which has a Divide logo, to the Z-Star, but this is the Diamond, to a regular Z-Star that's got my face on it. So really there's 3 Z-Stars here, and this doesn't apply to any manufacturer, and then a Q-Star. So in effect, you kind of argue I've got 2 balls, but 3 very different releases there. So yes, I mean, I would say predominantly they're doing it for sales. Like, it's, if we're not talking about golf balls, so not we, if the golf industry is not talking about golf balls, you'll just forget about them. So what they're doing is they're marketing. They're trying to remind you that their product is great. It doesn't matter if it's Srixon, Titleist, TaylorMade. They're all going to do it. You know, they're all going to do it. Callaway's balls, they're all going to say their new one is good, even if it's very similar or doesn't move the needle that much. Just to remind you maybe to think about what golf ball you're using, because those conversations definitely can spark some, you know, you to have a go and try a different ball, which can lead to sometimes better golf or better feelings. Now, is last year's model any good? Yeah, 100%. I think you'd really struggle from same ball to move the needle in performance and see it if you went from a 4-year-old Z-Star to a modern one. What you might find is you won't get this. If you're someone who wants to use a line, you're going to find that there's new ones that give you better lines. They might move it on in the paint job, so make developments in how it's painted, which then will make it last a bit longer. They might have developments in some of the ingredients in there to, again, make it more durable, so you get more bang for your buck. And then they might have a variation on feel, you know, so you're going to have the same ball that sounds clickier and one that sounds softer, those kind of ideas. And the other thing as well, golf balls will, like anything in golf, it follows fashions a little bit as well. If someone is doing really well with a very noticeable ball, say a Divide, a standout colorway, why would you not release your product in that way if everyone's talking about wanting to play that? You know, your product is good and you can just change the fashion of it slightly. You know, like you want your collars up or you want your collars down. Why would you make shirts that are always one way if everyone's wearing it the other way if your shirt is just good? So they'll follow those ideas. It's definitely predominantly marketing. It's gonna be needles moved within the engineering development side of a golf company. Like, they're getting excited because they've done something they've been trying to do for ages and they've worked out how to do it maybe. But for you, the consumer, getting last year's absolutely fine. The thing you're going to find is they just slowly go. I mean, there's some tour players. I think it was Luke Donald, was it? And he probably still does. I know he definitely did when he was at his height, I'm pretty sure. He used a really old Titleist, so he just stuck at a year. It might have been the year that he was world #1, and as they kept releasing their new ball, he just wanted that one, and they made it for him. You couldn't get it in shops unless you went into a pro shop that didn't have any, you know, had old stock. So yeah, you grabbing your bargains, I think all the companies in the world would be happy. Because the thing is as well, if you're clearing old stock, that only allows for new things. New stock, which they'll talk about. So yeah, marketing with developments that you might not see play out. You might have to go years in development, but certainly the companies will be developing things and they'll be like going, "Cool, they've tried to do that with that cover and they've achieved it," and they'll be really happy. And it gives them a different conversation to try and market to you. But yeah, buy your last year's balls, 2 years, 3 years, you're not going to see the needle move particularly.